And wham, we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Hope you're all doing absolutely fantastic today. So, this time around, we're going to be checking out the brand new single called Regurgitated Eyeball Soup. Sounds delicious. By a band called Gorebag. So, I've featured Gorebag quite heavily on this channel. And on my Instagram, I've been shouting them out for ages. The first song I heard by them was called Psyche of the Debauch. That was released about 6-7 months ago. Very, very good. Really, really liked it. I think it's my favourite song by them, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Then I listened to... and then before that, they released a very short EP, which I also really, really liked. And then they released another song 3 months ago called Amputated and Refrigerated, which was also really fucking good as well. So, let's get into their new song. One thing, I'm going to be doing this in the beginning of every video now, just very, very briefly. I don't really like asking people to follow and like and subscribe and leave a comment and share and blah 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 blah, whatever the fuck. Hit the bell for notifications and stuff like that. It doesn't sit well with me. It kind of just always really it just annoys me when YouTubers do it, because I think, generally speaking, if someone wants to show you some love, they're just going to show you some love. They don't need to be reminded. And it usually just benefits the person making the video. In this case, when I remind you to sub to the channel, like the video, share the video, and do all that type of stuff, it doesn't make me any more or any less money. I'm making a big fat zero money. I'm making zero monies doing this because I'm not interested in making money. I'm interested in promoting these bands. So the more views this video gets, the more shares, the more comments for the algorithm, the more likes, the more subscribers we get, the more views the videos get, so on and so forth. It benefits the bands, because then we together, not just me, but we can grow this channel, and then we can shine an even bigger spotlight on all these great bands that wouldn't normally get as much love from other people that are doing reaction videos, generally speaking, from, because of how the music sounds. So if you liked it, and you fancy dropping a like and a sub and all that shit, you're doing it for the bands. You're doing it to support the bands. Way before me. Because like I said, I'm not doing this for the money. And I'm not making any anyway. So, with that being said, let's get straight into it. Okie dokie. Oh man, a little bit sweaty. Okie dokie. I don't even have this shit set up. Now I do. Okie dokie. Right. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Gorebag, Regurgitated Eyeball Soup. This is going to be nasty. Let's do it. Got to make sure my braids are in the shot. What's the point in having them otherwise? Oh. Oh. Ooh. It's so chunky. Oh, it's so filthy. Oh, yes. Here we go. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Regurgitated Eyeball Soup by Gorebag. Okay. So, there are bands out there that play a certain style, and then they go, let's try changing it up. Let's try something different. Let's try adding some clean vocals, which is cool. Let's try adding some blackened elements. Let's try this. Let's try that. Let's try the other, right? And then you get some bands that go, we know what we like playing. We know what we enjoy, and we're going to continue to do that. We're not going to throw any curveballs in, and you know, we're not going to add like a jint breakdown or, you know, anything like that. We know what we like, and we're going to continue to fucking do it. Gorebag are an example of Gorebag are a perfect example of that. They've got their sound. They've got their sound, and they love it. And they're going to continue to play it. If these guys stay together for like 20 years, they're still going to sound like this. And this is that's not me. That sounds like a burn. I promise you, it's not a burn. It's just there are just two different types of bands, and sometimes bands change their sound more just because they want to change their sound, but they don't actually do a particularly good job of it. They add in all these other elements, which kind of just like, I'm again not going to throw anyone under the bus, but there's some bands out there where you think maybe you should have just stayed to, you know, doing what you were doing, you know. But it's really cool when a band find their sound and they stick to it. There's no surprise singles, because you guys know, you know, you guys will know yourself. You know, there'll be some bands out there where they'll release a string of singles, and then they'll throw one out there, and you'll be thinking, okay, that was weird. Is this even the same band? You know, you don't get that with Gorebag. I love what I would call fuzzy guitar tone. Love that. It's just got this kind of old school horror movie vibe to it. It's just lurching and nasty, and it's very, very satisfying. Very, very satisfying to my ears. I love the bass sound, which was also very, very old school as well. The vocals, when it comes to these kind of what I would call gore grind vocals, or gore slam, or slam gore, whatever you want to call it, the kind of very, very putrid, kind of soiled sounding vocals, I'm not usually a big fan of these. In this case, I am, obviously, because I'm a big fan of Gorebag, and they're really varied as well. Like, it's my issue with slam every now, why I don't listen to too much pure slam or too much gore grind, is because you'll get the lead singer who will he'll just learn that he's made one sound, and then that's the only sound he's going to make, and he's just going to, no pitch, no tone, nothing. He's just going to make that sound and then stop, and then he's just going to make that sound. And actually, in some of these songs, it sounds like the guy just made the song just made that same sound the whole way through the song. I get quite bored by it. But this guy's got a lot of variety. All nasty. All, I can't even imagine what he's talking about. The song's called Regurgitated Eyeball Soup. I'm presuming he's talking about soup that was made with regurgitated eyeballs, I guess. That would be my guess. I mean, he's probably not talking about Brexit, but you never know. Yeah, nice variety to the variety to the vocals as well. And one thing I noticed as well is that this song was it was more choppy than their other singles. They would get into a groove, and then they would just throw in a little drum fill here and then go back into the groove, or they would just do a little change here and then go on. So it keeps the songs more interesting. They weren't doing too much of that in their last couple of songs, but this one this one kept you on your toes a lot more. You were kind of like, there was all these little changes going on just in like timing and stuff like that. It was very, very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, loved it. Yeah. I knew I was going to like it. Gorebag never disappoint when it comes to... Gorebag just never disappoint, and this is just another example of them not disappointing. If you like slam... I don't really know what you call it, to be honest, because brutal death metal, slam/brutal death metal with gore grind vocals. I don't even know what you call it, apart from fucking really, really good. Great stuff from Gorebag. May it continue. Long may it continue. They're working on an album right now as well. Let me see if I can actually get the name of that album. Tethered to the Wicked Domain, that's going to be coming out sometime in 2021. I expect that to be absolute non-stop fucking nasty filth as well. I'll keep a very, very close out for that one, guys. Not much more to say than that. Loved the song. They're super chilled guys as well. I've had a couple of conversations with them. Really, really cool, like everyone is in this scene. So as per usual, if you enjoyed the song, and I'm going to say that you very likely did, just down below there will be a link to the lyric video that you just watched. There will be a link to their Instagram, Bandcamp, Big Cartel, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. Please remember to like them, follow them. At the very least, leave a comment. Just let them know how much of a good job they're doing, because boy, are they doing a good job. Keep an eye out for the album coming out. I'm going to be checking the shit out of that. That's for damn sure. I'm very excited about that. And if you really like the band, consider buying a t-shirt or a pre-order. And they've probably got some kind of crazy vinyl coming out, because that seems to be the thing with bands these days. They're releasing vinyls, which is really cool. Go pre-order the album. Go fucking buy a t-shirt. Go buy some rolling papers. Whatever these guys offer, go support, because I like this type of music. You guys like this type of music. Otherwise, why would you be here? So it's nice if you've got a little bit of disposable income, which obviously is like, we're going through very difficult times, but that also includes these bands that are still trying to produce music. So anything you can do to support them, like I said, even if it's just leaving a comment, please remember to. Thank you very much for joining me once again. Really appreciate it, guys. I'm going to go and listen to that a bunch more times. Take it easy, stay safe out there, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.